Be me, Jake, 23, senior year, sociology major with a philosophy minor. The kind of combination that makes my parents ask when I'm getting a real job. I'm not particularly political, just trying to graduate and figure out what comes next. I value fairness, logic, the idea that people should be judged on merit, not identity. Pretty basic stuff. Which is why sitting in Dr. Vanessa Whitmore's Gender and Society seminar on a Wednesday afternoon in early September, I'm wondering why the hell I thought taking this class was a good idea. I needed an elective. I'd heard mixed things about Dr. Whitmore. Some people loved her, called her brilliant and transformative. Others said she was intense, that you either worshipped her or hated her. I figured I'd check it out, maybe learn something, coast to an easy A. Week 3. That's when everything changed. We're sitting in this small seminar room, 18 of us, around tables in a circle. 11 women, 7 guys. Dr. Whitmore stands at the front, mid-40s, perfectly styled with some tailored blazer, statement necklace, hair pulled back effortlessly. She's also a published author, active on academic Twitter with like 40,000 followers, gives TED Talks at conferences. The kind of resume that makes you feel small. I want to talk about pedagogical frameworks, she begins, and I'm already half tuning out because that phrase never goes anywhere good. But then she keeps going. For the remainder of our debate units, we'll be implementing a new structure. One that centers marginalized voices and disrupts traditional power dynamics in academic spaces. I glance at Timmy, the guy next to me, pre-law student. He raises an eyebrow. Specifically, Dr. Whitmore says, her voice all measured and calm. Male students will observe the debates but will not participate directly. This creates space for female voices to exist without the interference of patriarchal dominance that so often characterizes mixed-gender academic discourse. The room goes dead silent. My stomach drops. Did she just... Now, I know this might feel uncomfortable for some of you, she continues, looking straight at us guys. And that discomfort is exactly what we need to examine. Studies consistently show that men speak more in classroom settings, interrupt more frequently, and dominate conversational space. This is an opportunity to deconstruct that dynamic. Timmy raises his hand slowly. Dr. Whitmore nods at him with this tight smile. Is that fair, though? He asks carefully. Aren't we all here to learn, to engage? Dr. Whitmore's smile gets wider, but her eyes stay cold. Timmy, thank you for demonstrating exactly the kind of defensiveness we need to interrogate. The fact that you immediately frame this as unfair to you, rather than considering the experiences of your female colleagues, speaks volumes. Timmy opens his mouth, then closes it. His jaw clenches. I can see what's happening in his head. If he pushes back harder, he becomes the example she'll drag out for the rest of the semester. The aggressive male student who can't handle losing power. She's already framed him that way with one sentence. I look at the other guys. Tyler's staring at his desk. Another guy, Brian, is scrolling through his phone under the table, completely checked out. We're all doing the same math Timmy just did. The game is rigged. She set the trap and we walked right into it. The worst part? Some of the women in class look genuinely uncomfortable with this. I catch Sophia's eye for a second. She's watching Dr. Whitmore with this analytical look, like she's studying something under a microscope. Anyone else? Dr. Whitmore asks. None of the guys say shit. What's the point? Anything we say will just prove her point. I look around at the women. Some are nodding enthusiastically, like Emma, this sophomore who worships Dr. Whitmore. But others look uncomfortable. There's this girl, Sophia, Eastern European accent, philosophy major, and her expression is completely unreadable. This is temporary, Dr. Whitmore assures us. An experiment in creating truly equitable discourse. I'm actually planning to write about this pedagogical approach. The word experiment makes my skin crawl. We're not students anymore, we're lab rats. Tyler, sitting across from me, exhales through his nose and crosses his arms. I can literally feel the frustration coming off every guy in the room. Dr. Whitmore looks satisfied, like she wanted exactly this reaction. Class ends 20 minutes later. As we file out, I hear Emma gushing, "Oh my god, that was so powerful. Finally someone's actually doing something." Meanwhile, Tyler mutters to me, "This is such fucking bullshit." I don't disagree. But what are we supposed to do? I told myself it was temporary. I told myself it wasn't worth making a scene. Week 4. First debate with the new rules. Topic: Is chivalry inherently sexist? The 7 of us guys sit there like furniture while the women debate Dr. Whitmore moderates, pacing around the circle. Emma argues that chivalry is benevolent sexism and gets crazy praise. Excellent point, Emma. Then Sophia speaks up. I think chivalry can be a sign of respect without being patronizing. My father holds doors for everyone. Men, women, children. It's about courtesy. Dr. Whitmore's expression shifts slightly. That's an interesting perspective, Sophia, but I think we need to consider the historical context. She redirects to another student before Sophia can respond. I notice it. The way Dr. Whitmore only amplifies voices that agree with her. It's not about open discourse, it's about getting everyone to the conclusion she already decided on. Tyler shifts in his seat and rolls his eyes. Dr. Whitmore catches it immediately. Something to add, Tyler? Oh, wait. She lets the sentence hang there. A few people laugh nervously. Tyler's face goes red, but he stays silent. I feel humiliated just sitting here. We're props. Objects. The irony isn't lost on me. The debate goes on for another 20 minutes. A student named Rachel argues that expecting men to pay for dates is rooted in outdated power structures. Another girl, Kim, says refusing chivalry is performative and ignores cultural context. Dr. Whitmore lets them go back and forth, but I notice she steers things whenever it gets too nuanced. Everything has to fit the framework. Men bad, women victims. Anything more complex gets smoothed over or redirected. It's not education, it's indoctrination. Week 5. I'm at the campus coffee shop when I see Dr. Whitmore. She's sitting with Dr. Richard, this economics professor in his 50s. He's married. His wife works in the registrar's office. Nice woman. But right now, Dr. Whitmore's hand is on his forearm, leaning in close, laughing way too loud. Their body language is intimate. Her hand lingers. He touches her shoulder. They're sitting on the same side of the table. I tell myself it's none of my business, but something bugs me. This woman who just banned men from her classroom, who tweets about holding men accountable, is sitting here all over a married man. I file it away and go back to studying, but I can't stop thinking about it, the way she touched his arm, the way he looked at her. That's not professional. That's not colleagues. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm reading into it because I'm already annoyed with her. But there's this voice in my head asking, if she's cool bending the rules in her personal life, what else is she willing to bend? What else is just for show? Week 6. Group project assigned. Dr. Whitmore pairs me with Sophia, Ashley, and Priya. We meet at the library to divide up the work. Ashley immediately complains. Is anyone else kind of weirded out by the whole debate thing? It feels extreme. Priya defends it. Men do dominate conversations, though. Maybe we need extreme measures. I guess, Ashley says, not convinced. Sophia doesn't say anything, just takes notes on her laptop. But I notice she's not taking notes for our project. She's researching something else, pulling up academic articles, old university websites, archived news. After the meeting, I catch Sophia outside. What are you working on? I ask. She hesitates. Just fact-checking some things. About the class? She closes her laptop. Something like that. She doesn't elaborate, and I don't push, but I'm curious now. Week 7. Another debate. Topic: Should women support each other unconditionally? This quiet girl Jenna argues that women can be toxic too, that accountability matters regardless of gender. Dr. Whitmore shuts her down so fast, it gives me whiplash. Jenna, That's internalized misogyny, she says coldly. We need to interrogate why you'd rather criticize women than examine the structural oppression we face collectively. Jenna looks like she's about to cry. A few women shift uncomfortably. Sophia's face hardens. I watch her jaw tighten. After class, I see Sophia comforting Jenna in the hallway. Jenna nods and seems to relax. I'm starting to get it. Dr. Whitmore doesn't actually want to center women's voices. She wants to center specific women's voices, the ones that validate her worldview. Anyone else gets dismissed or silenced. It's not about feminism. It's about control. Week 8. Late evening, library. I'm in a study carrel on the 3rd floor, trying to finish a paper. The library is basically empty. Then I hear voices from the next section over 2 grad students, women, talking in low voices. They don't know I'm here. I still can't believe Whitmore got away with it. I freeze. She's untouchable now, published with Richard, tenure approved. Meanwhile, Keegan's been stuck as a lecturer for 6 years. My ears perk up. I stop typing. Keegan literally wrote half that paper. The first voice continues. I was in the archive with her. Whitmore swooped in, added her name, and Richard credited her as lead author because, well, you know, because she was sleeping with him. Right. And now she's out here banning men from her classroom like she's some feminist icon. It's so gross. The worst part is, everyone knows, but nobody says anything. She'll just say you're attacking a woman in academia. They leave. I sit there, heart pounding. Dr. Sarah Keegan. I pull out my phone and search. She's a lecturer in sociology. Been here 8 years. No recent publications. I find the paper, Gender Dynamics in Economic Theory by Whitmore and Richard, published 2 years ago. I dig deeper. Find a conference abstract from March 2023. Same topic. Author listed, Dr. Sarah Keegan. Solo. Whitmore's name is nowhere on it. I keep searching. Find an old Reddit thread on r/academia from 2 years ago. Watching a female professor steal credit from a junior woman colleague while sleeping with a senior male professor to advance her career. She's now positioning herself as a feminist advocate. Academia is broken. The comments are sympathetic but vague. Post is old, buried. My hands are shaking. This woman didn't just steal from a woman, she destroyed another woman's career. I think about Dr. Keegan, stuck teaching intro to sociology for 6 years, while Dr. Whitmore gets tenure, gets speaking gigs, gets a following. I think about how Keegan probably can't say anything without getting blacklisted, how the system protects people like Whitmore, while the people who actually do the work get buried. And Whitmore tweets about supporting women, writes articles about solidarity, bans men from her classroom to center marginalized voices. It's all bullshit, every single word of it. She's using feminism like a weapon and a shield at the same time, and nobody can touch her. I need air. Outside the library, I nearly collide with Sophia. She's leaving with printed papers, looking tired. We make eye contact. You're researching her too, I say. Sophia doesn't deny it. You heard something? She screwed over a woman named Keegan, plagiarized her work, slept with the guy she co-published with. Sophia nods slowly. I know about Keegan. I also know about the harassment complaint. What harassment complaint? 3 years ago, male grad student filed a Title IX complaint against Whitmore for creating a hostile environment, targeting him after he disagreed with her. He dropped it suddenly. We sit on a bench outside. It's almost midnight. Campus quiet. Sophia explains she started digging after the first week because something felt off. The debate ban felt like payback, not pedagogy. She found inconsistencies. Dr. Whitmore's early career was way more moderate. She worked with male mentors, co-authored with men all the time. The hardcore feminist thing showed up later, right around 2021, when she was up for tenure. She's not a feminist, Sophia says quietly. She's a careerist. She figured out that performing feminism gets you protected. Wrap yourself in social justice language and you become untouchable. You can do whatever you want, and anyone who calls you out is a misogynist. It's perfect armor. I feel this weird mix of anger and relief. Someone else sees it. What are you going to do? I ask. Sophia looks at her papers. I don't know yet, but she can't keep doing this. Someone has to say something. Week 10. Wednesday. 3 p.m. I walk into class with my heart already racing. Sophia texted me this morning. Today. Class starts normally. Debate topic. Can feminism survive without solidarity? Dr. Whitmore is in her element, using all her favorite phrases. Let's unpack that. Hold space for complexity. Emma argues passionately about sisterhood. Dr. Whitmore beams at her. Then Sophia raises her hand. Dr. Whitmore calls on her, expecting agreement. I have a question about solidarity, Sophia says calmly. You've said repeatedly that women need to support other women unconditionally. Do you believe that? Dr. Whitmore smiles warmly. Absolutely. Patriarchy thrives when we're divided. So when you published Gender Dynamics in Economic Theory with Dr. Richard 2 years ago, did you support Dr. Sarah Keegan, the woman who actually wrote the research? The room goes dead silent. Every head turns. Dr. Whitmore's smile freezes. I don't know what you're referring to, she says slowly. Sophia pulls out printed papers. I have the original conference abstract from March 2023. Keegan is listed as sole author for a presentation on gender dynamics in economic theory. Your paper with Richard came out 8 months later. Same dataset, same argument structure, same theoretical framework, same conclusions. Keegan's name isn't anywhere on it. I watch students' faces. Shock. Confusion. Emma looks like someone slapped her. Dr. Whitmore recovers quickly. Sophia, this is wildly inappropriate. You're making accusations based on incomplete information. I can see Dr. Whitmore's mind working, trying to figure out her angle. Her eyes dart around the room, checking reactions. Emma looks confused, conflicted. Other students are leaning forward. Even the guys who've been silent for weeks are suddenly alert, watching. Am I? Sophia interrupts. I also have the Title IX complaint from 2021, Sophia continues, her voice steady. A male grad student, Michael Reeves, filed against you for targeted harassment and grade retaliation after he disagreed with you in class. It was dropped after the university offered him a research position at another school. Buyout, non-disclosure agreement. I have emails from other students confirming the pattern. Tyler sits up straighter. Timmy's mouth is hanging open. You banned men from participating in debates the same semester that complaint was filed, Sophia says. Right after a male student publicly disagreed with you in this classroom 3 years ago. Dr. Whitmore stands up, her composure cracking. Enough. This is a classroom, not a courtroom. Your behavior right now is exactly why we need spaces free from... Free from what? Sophia cuts her off, still calm. Accountability? You're not a feminist, Dr. Whitmore. You use feminism as a shield. You hurt women when it serves you. You stole from Keegan. You've silenced women in this class who disagree with you. You hurt men who challenge you. You hurt everyone who doesn't serve your career advancement. That's not feminism. That's just ambition dressed up in better language. Emma speaks up, her voice small. Wait, is that true? About Dr. Keegan? Another woman, Priya, looks shaken. I took Dr. Keegan's intro class. She's brilliant. I asked her once why she doesn't publish, and she just looks sad. Dr. Whitmore looks around the room. She's losing control. Her eyes are wide, looking for backup. I don't have to defend myself to... She grabs her bag. Class is dismissed. Everyone out now. She walks out. Just leaves. For a moment, nobody knows what to do. Do we leave? Do we stay? Are we dismissed? Then Ashley breaks the silence. Did that actually just happen? Holy shit, someone else mutters. Timmy runs his hands through his hair. I can't believe she just... Wow. We sit in stunned silence for like 10 seconds. Then everyone starts talking at once. Ashley whispers, "Holy shit." Tyler looks at me and mouths, "Fuck yes." Sophia calmly packs up her papers like she just gave a normal presentation. I can't stop staring at her. She just did what every guy in this room has wanted to do for 2 months. She dismantled Dr. Whitmore with facts, with evidence, with calm, rational arguments, but she didn't do it for us. She did it because it was right. The next day, campus is buzzing. I hear people talking about it everywhere. Someone recorded part of the confrontation. The video is making the rounds in group chats, Discord servers, Instagram stories. By noon, the department head sends an email. Dr. Whitmore is taking personal time to address health matters, and a substitute professor will finish the semester. An investigation is pending. I find Sophia outside the student union that afternoon. She's reading, completely unbothered by the chaos. That was... I sit down. I don't even know what to call it. She looks up. Necessary. Why didn't you tell me you were going to do it? Because if I had, you might have tried to talk me out of it. Or worse, you'd have wanted to do it yourself. Yeah, and it wouldn't have worked. She closes her book. If you called her out, if any of you guys did it, she would have cried misogyny, weaponized her identity, and won. Game over. The university would have sided with her immediately. It had to be a woman, ideally one who can't be dismissed as a right-wing plant or a pick-me. I process this, she's right, and I hate that she's right. Do you think anything will actually happen to her? I ask. Sophia shrugs. Maybe, maybe not. Universities protect their own. She'll probably take a sabbatical, rebrand, move to another school. But everyone knows now. That's something. Is it enough? She looks at me. It has to be. Later that week, Timmy approaches me. Hey man, can you tell Sophia thanks? From all of us. Tell her yourself, I say. He hesitates. She'd probably think it's performative. I smirk. Probably. He laughs uncomfortably. Yeah. Well, just... yeah. He walks away. I get what he's not saying. We're grateful, but also aware that our gratitude might feel hollow. Week 12. Final class session. The substitute professor is this older woman, Dr. Lin, no-nonsense type. She announces that everyone will participate in the final debate. Everyone. No restrictions. Topic. Does the end justify the means? I debate for the first time in 2 months. It feels incredible. Sophia argues the opposite side. We have an actual, real back and forth, challenging each other's logic, building on points. It's what the class should have been from day one. After class, I overhear 2 girls talking. I kind of miss Dr. Whitmore's energy, though. Really? I feel like I can finally think again without worrying about saying the wrong thing. Walking across campus that evening, the sun setting behind the buildings, I think about everything that happened. The truth is, none of us guys could have done what Sophia did. Not because we weren't smart enough or didn't have evidence, but because the optics would have destroyed any credibility before we started. Dr. Whitmore would have played victim, weaponized every legitimate criticism of sexism in academia, and we'd have been labeled misogynists. The university would have closed ranks. It's frustrating as hell. Makes me angry in a way I don't really know how to put into words, but it's reality. Sometimes the messenger matters as much as the message. I respect Sophia more than I can say. She didn't do it for us. She didn't do it for validation or attention. She did it because someone had to, and she was the only one who could do it without being immediately dismissed. I wonder if Dr. Whitmore will actually face real consequences or just move on to the next university, the next set of students to manipulate. Probably the latter. The system protects people like her. But at least here, in this classroom, the truth came out. People saw behind the performance. That has to count for something. I see Sophia in the distance, walking toward the library, headphones in, backpack, on just another student going about her day. I think, some people actually mean what they say. Some people have principles they won't compromise. And maybe, In a world full of performers and careerists and people who weaponize good causes for bad reasons, that's enough. Maybe that's everything.